The mindset of success, how the top 1% think. Okay, we're here talking about the success mindset. We're here looking at how the top 1% of leaders think and what is their view of, you could say, life. What is their view of their team? What is their view of work? What is their view of themselves? And at the heart of the top leaders, the top 1%, is authenticity. So authenticity as a leader is critically important. There's many ways to look at authenticity. It's a bit of a buzzword in leadership, but I'm going to share it with you this way. Authenticity means for me as a leader that I experience myself being truthful. I experience myself being open. I experience myself being real with the people I interact with, whether that be my customers, my team, my colleagues, and outside of work, of course, our family, our friends. In other words, you experience being a whole human being. You experience it wherever you go, that you're at peace. Wherever you go, you're at home. Wherever you go, you are confident. Wherever you go, you are certain. Wherever you go, you're there, because what's there is an authentic human being. There's a presence of real leadership. And this is why it's a mindset lesson. And it's why 1% of the top leaders in the world really tap into authenticity. And by the way, this is, like all mindsets for leaders, something that gets deeper and deeper over time as we practice it. But it does start, and why it's included here in me speaking about mindset and success, is that as a leader, you want to really take on authenticity early and practice it over a lifetime. So authenticity includes communication. When I'm talking with my teams, when I'm talking with my colleagues, when I'm doing one-on-ones, when I'm talking to the whole company, that what people are left with is the experience of somebody being there for what they say they're being there for. This does not mean that you're being a nice person or a great person or a polite person, and it could mean those things. Authenticity doesn't look any one way. You could be a leader who's very direct and brash and, stern, but that's still authentic if that for you is who you are as a leader. You own who you are as a leader, and you don't make apologies for it, and you are authentic to that. People can expect that when you show up that they'll get you. Authenticity is an experience for people. You and I know when somebody's being authentic with us. You and I know if they're coming from a different agenda, or if they're trying to manipulate us, or if they have some other something in it for them that they're trying to convince us of. We can all tell. So being an authentic leader is really looking for yourself. Remember, the inside out. Can you look for yourself? There's layers and layers and layers of places where you and I can find over a lifetime where we're being authentic or not. I know for myself in conversations, I continue to discover layers where I'm like, is this about me? Or is this about my ego? Or is this about my reputation that I'm reacting to right now and trying to manipulate a conversation? And if I can start to answer those questions for myself in real time and let go of that, I can get back here being authentic with the person I'm talking to. For what we're really here, the company's success, their success, what I say my leadership is in service of is what people get when they're around me. So we know that great leaders have the presence of authenticity. You know that their words match their actions. You know that your words match the experience of who they are. In other words, authentic leaders are trustworthy leaders. They're people that you can count on. They're people you're willing to follow and participate and give your best years of service to, because you know that they have your best interest and the organization's best interest in mind. That doesn't mean that they don't have self-interest, but they have their self-interest located in such a way that it doesn't get in the way of being authentic. And they can be straight about where their self-interest is at play. That's part of being authentic, is that I can say to you, I notice right now that I have a lot of self-interest in this conversation because I'm committed to X, Y, and Z, or I don't want this to happen again, or I really want you to say yes to this. But you see, that's being authentic. That's being authentic about what's going on in here and being able to express it in a way that's responsible and forwards a conversation and lets people into the world that you are. In other words, that people get to know you as who you are, your commitments, your concerns, your fears, your worries, and of course, yes, as a leader, what you're standing for and what you care about above all else, and that they can relate to you as a human being, because authenticity, when it's present, is sometimes seen as the best of human beings. We're in the presence of greatness when a human being is just being with us. The practice here, as a mindset shift, is to let go of the common areas that rob us of authenticity. The need to compete with others, the need to be right, the need to have our point of view win, the need to get credit, the need, again, to compete with others, the need to fight for resources, the need for recognition. All of those type of attachments mean that we're not fully ourselves in the conversations we have with others in our leadership roles. Mostly the 99% are trying to manipulate others to get their way or get their view voted on. Authentic leaders can look at it from many different views. They can detach from their own view. They can be center and present with people because they're more concerned about the whole picture working than any of their own personal agendas. So look for yourself. Where do you experience being real and open and honest and truthful for yourself inside your stand as being a leader? And where do you find yourself pulling back or being reserved or manipulating on the other side of that or forcing outcomes with people? And the idea here is to practice more authenticity, more humility, more truthfulness, more openness with others. When you open up with others, when you share both what you see as possible and also perhaps share what you're worried about or your concerns, people get to know a real human being, not just your name tag or your title. People want to work with real human beings. The top 1% have that relationship in life.